The following is a presentation of Kamehameha Schools, Bernice Pauahi Bishop Estate.
Aloha, welcome to Kulāiwi. O keia ka helu umikumakāhi I nā ho'ike umikumalua. This is the 11th in a series of 12 Hawaiian language classes sponsored by Kamehameha Schools Bishop Estate in collaboration with the State Department of Education. O ekela kani aupi o Crozier ko ui noa a o wau ke kumu no keia papa o lelo Hawaii. I'm Ekela and I'm your kumu for today. I just want once again to say mahalo ya o ko apau no kanana ana mai ke ia polokalamu o lelo Hawaii. You know, it's important that you hang with us because we only have one more to go after this. Today we'll be reviewing some of the things that we've learned, like make. Once again, make and I am a hail, where are certain things. I was fortunate to have met a lot of people this week who have been watching Kulāiwi and who's been saying, gosh, you know, I wish we had a chance to continue, or we could get the tapes, and maybe we're missing something there. So let me once again remind you that if you have any questions concerning Hawaiian language, that the Kulāiwi info line will be open and for you, you know, forever, and all you have to do is just call and leave your name and your number, any question about Hawaiian language, and hopefully I can answer it on come Monday. But the number for the Kulāiwi info line is 842-8059, and if you're still interested in purchasing tapes of this show, 1 through 12 is $96, and individual tapes are $10 a piece, and you can call 842-8876. If you would like to call in the studio today after we go through our lesson, or while we're going through the lesson, if you have any questions, please call into the studio at 946-0700, and our Ohana on the Neighbor Islands, 1-800-342-7949. Okay? A lot of you, I'm hearing from a lot of people, you know, we really want to call, but we're a little ashamed, and you know, we don't want to bother you, and so we don't call. But that's what the whole purpose of this show is interactive, so that you can call during the show and you can ask questions. And so you know, we're going to go off the air next week, and it'll be the last time that you have a chance. So I would use this time to at least try it out, even if you want to just practice, you know, talking or asking me, do I sound right? Am I saying this right? Because what you see me do here is give you the pattern. But what you need to do is take it home and practice it with by substituting some words. You know, like say we use the make pattern, and we've seen make o e ai I ka lau. Okay, you can substitute who wants to do it. Maybe it's not I who wants to do it. Maybe it's you. Maybe you want to say you want to eat lau. Then you have to try to figure out, well, what gets substituted. Make oi e ai I ka lau. Maybe you don't want to eat it. Maybe you want to make it. Make oi e hana I ka lau. Maybe you don't want to make lau. So we change the lau part. Make oi e hana I ka mea ono. You want to make a dessert? Yeah? You see, so it's all these substitutions that you're responsible for. That's your kuleana to figure out where in the sentence do I substitute so that I can make sense out of these patterns, and so that it becomes applicable and you can really learn it. You want to practice how to use it in your daily conversation, you know. So say we're in the restaurant and the kuene comes by and you tell, oh, maki makeo ika poi. And he tells you, well, how many? And then you can answer, oh, e lua, e kolu, e ha, how many ever it takes to make you piha, piha ka opu. How many, you need to eat before your ma'ana. Yeah? Some people have asked me, what's the difference between piha and ma'ana? Piha is full and ma'ana is content. Sometimes you piha and you're ready to fall asleep. Ma'ana is you're just happy, you're content to be full. Okay? So, anyway, what you want to do once again is to take all that you're learning and use it in your daily conversation. And again, I know, Maupopoia'u, sometimes you feel like you sound weird because you don't use this language all the time, but you cannot get ma'a until you ho'o ma'a ma'a, right? You cannot get used to until you what? Ho'o ma'a ma'a. Remember that word? How many of you are thinking, yeah, I heard that word before, she used it before. Practice, ho'o ma'a ma'a, to make yourself used to that. So, just try it out. Try it out on anyone. Probably trying it out on the children is a lot easier because, they don't know and they love to learn something new. Okay, so you might want to be giving directions, little direction. E hele mai, e noho I lalo, e ku I luna, e hele aku, e hele mai. Remember hele aku? Aku and mai. E hele aku, e hele mai. When you're looking in your daughter's room, like I do for some things, I say, I am a hea kalole, I am a hea ko lole. Yeah, lole. I am a hea ko lole. You see, so through your day, try to think of the things that you could say. Oh, I could say that in Hawaiian, And it's one thing to know all the little vocabulary, but it's important that we practice putting it all together so we can actually use it, so that we can make Hawaiian a living language. Okay, enough on the soapbox. Today's vignette takes us to Auntie Lehua's hale. Hele. Okay, we're going to do this in Hawaiian and hopefully Maupopoia oko, okay? Hele o kunane, lawa o pualei, I ka hale o anake lehua. Lave, take, lave laua I ka makana no anake lehua. No ka mea, because make laua e ha'avi. Maupopoia oko ha'avi? Do you remember that one? Give. E ha'avi I ka makana ia anake lehua. Hau'oli o anake lehua e ike ia laua. Make laua e aloha aku ia anake lehua. How many of you followed me on that? Shall we try that again? Okay, we'll try again. Hele o kunane, laua o pualei, I ka hale o anake lehua. Make laua e ha'avi I ka makana ia anake. No ka mea, aloha laua ia anake lehua. Hau'oli loa o anake lehua e ike ia laua. Okay? How is that? Are you sitting there going, wow, I think I almost understood that whole thing. Okay? And I'm not going to translate it this time. We're on 11. I think at this point you should be able to get that far. And if not, that's okay. Sit back, watch the vignette, and you can figure it out. Okay? Once again, listen to those keywords that you know. Anakele, who is busy in her kitchen this morning when Puale and Kunane come to the house. So listen to what she says. Listen to what they say. Try to put it all together. And once again, as usual, when we come back, we'll go over it and make sure that what you thought was right was polole. Okay? Now we're going to do something a little different today, and I hope you've been practicing your numbers because that was key in last week's lesson. Last week's Ha'avina, we had so many things to cover. Yeah, we had the review of Osa that says we had Aya Mahia sentences. We introduced equationals, yeah, o oi, ku'u, ku'uipo, that kind of sentences. And we learn numbers. So hopefully you remember ekahi, elua, ekolu, eha, elima, eono, ehiku, evalu, eva, umi, okay? So, since you practiced that, we're going to try it together. We'll go slow, okay? And as soon as we're pau, now if you don't do it right, it's not going to work, okay? You need to do it with me. We're going to count all the way to 10, and at the end of umi, from ekahi a umi, then we'll see the vignette, okay? Like magic. Ta-da, umi, okay? And then the vignette pops on. But if you don't do it, we don't see the vignette, okay? So are you ready? Mako, ko, oko? Okay, now you should all be sitting in your hale going, I. Okay, hana ho, mako, ko, oko. Mai kai. Okay, hiki no. Helu. Ekahi, elua, ekolu, eha, elima, eono, ehiku, evalu, eva, umi.
Makemake wau e iki a ana ke lehua.
Ai, makemake wau e a awi a ana ke lehua I ka makana.
Ai, hiki no.
Mahalo.
Hui, e ana ke lehua. Hui, e ana ke lehua.
Aue, ai hea o ana ke lehua.
Aia oia I loko ka hale. Hui, e ana ke lehua. Aia oia I loko ka hale.
Hui, aloha mai kunane. Aloha mai puale. Oh, hao ole iki o lua iki ia la.
Hea oi ke ia la.
Mai ka ino wao mahalo a ka nui ka hana makalumi kuke. E koma mai loko ka hale.
Ai, mahalo e ana ke.
Pea ka ohana e kunani.
Mai ka ino.
Oh, e puale ai ihe o ke alohi.
Ai oia makahale o tutu.
Oh, mai ka I.
E ana ke ai hea o moke.
O ka ukeki,
Ai.
ai oia ma ke kula.
E, ai hea ka puolu.
Ai ia manana o ka whakakau.
Oh, hea ke ia.
E makana ke ia mai ka mokupuni o Maui.
Oh, a hea ke ia.
He ia kina, makemake oi ka ia.
Oh, ai, makemake loa wau e ai ka ia. He ia ono ke ia. Mahalo. He hake ia.
He poi awa ke na.
Ai, he poi awa no. Mahalo nui loa, makemake wau e ai ka poi me ka ia. He hake ia.
He kipi kina.
Oh, he kipi. Oh, mahalo no ke ia makana. Hao oli wau I kia manawa. No ka mea ua makemake wau e ike ia o lua. Mahalo nui. Pia e kunane, makemake oi ka mea inu.
Ai, makemake wau I ka waihu ihu I ke olu oe.
Ai hiki no pia oi e puale makemake oi ka mea inu.
A ole mai ka ia o a ka. Aia ka numi ho o pau pitikia.
Oh, ai ka lumi ho pau pilikia ma o.
E ana ke, ai hea ka popoki.
Oh, ai ka pōpoki malalo ka pākaukau.
Oh. Ai, mahalo.
Ana ke lehua he hale nani loa ke ia.
Ai, he hale olu ke ia.
Mahalo e na keiki, he manawa mai ka ike ia no ka mea ua hau oli wau e ike ia o lua.
Aloha. Hey, pehea. I guess we did pretty good at our counting. Ua puka mai ke ia ki I oni no leila mai ka ike la. Hiki no. No leila. Let's go to our lesson. Okay, let's take a look at what we said first. Makemake. Let's go back to that. Remember, we've seen makemakeo I ka poi, makemakeo I ka ia, makemakeo I ke kumu. Okay, makemakeo I ke keiki. But when we begin to use verbs, like I want to eat something, I want to do something, I want to go somewhere. That little tu is e, remember? Makemakeo e ike, ia ana ke lehua. Hiki no? Makemakeo e ike, ia ana ke lehua. Ike, Okay, important word. Remember we had this couple of weeks back. We talked about how ike meant knowledge. It also means to see. Okay, make makeo e ike ya anakele hua. Hikino, let's take a look at how that looks. Okay, make makeo e ike ya anakele hua. And let's take a look at this ya right here. We've seen this before, and I want to make sure we say something about it. In Hawaiian, you have two things that you put in front of the person who gets the action, okay, who receives the action. And that's I or ia, like you see here, okay? Now, if it was, I want to see my auntie, then we would have I ko'u anake, okay? I ko'u ana ke. Hiki no laila. Makibakeao e ike I ko'u ana ke. I want to see my auntie. We're using I, okay? Makibakeao e ike I ko'u ana ke. But the minute we begin to use a name, okay, then we have to change that I to ia, okay? Makibakeao e ike ia anake lehua, okay? Or if I want to see you, makemakeo e ike ia oi, okay? So ia is used with names or it's used with pronouns, okay? Makemakeo e ike ia oi. Makemakeo e ike ia o ko. Makemake o ko e ike ia u. Ah, now what happened, okay? Let's take a look at that. Ia, we've had, you've heard me just say ia oi, I, and then you heard me say ia oko, okay? But there's two that's a little different, and that's when you want to say something like, I want to see him. Makimakeo e ike iaia. Hikino? Makimakeo e ike iaia. Where did this ia come from? It came from oia. Now, so long as he or she is doing the action, then it's oia. But as soon as he or she or it is receiving the action, it gets marked with ia instead of o. Okay? So iaia. Hikino? Ia oi, ia oko, iaia. And then you heard me just now say ia'u. Well, ia'u is the contraction of ia plus o. So if I want to ask you, do all of you want to see me? I wouldn't say makimaki oko e ike iau. It's makimaki oko e ike iau. Iau, okay? Ia plus o is iau. That's probably the only strange one that we have when it comes to the object, when it comes to the person who's receiving the action and its marker, okay? Turns to iau. So you've heard like, or maybe you've heard in songs when they say, I love you, aloha wau ia oi. That's what that ia is. It's just a marker. It just goes right before the person who's receiving the action, if it's a pronoun or a name, okay? If I wanted to say, you know, I love Lani, aloha wau ia Lani, okay? I love all of you, aloha wau ia o kou. Hikino? What if it's, do you love them too? Are you thinking? Do you, all of you, love them too? Aloha o kou ia laua. Aloha o kou ia laua. So you see that ia? That's the only time that you use it. But if it was, do all of you love your mother? Aloha o kou I kou makua hine. Yeah, because now mother is not a pronoun and it's not a name, okay? So it's an I. Aloha o kou I kou makua hine. Okay? And say, yeah, all of us. love our mother, love my mother. I, aloha mākou I ko'u mākua hine. Hiki no, ko'u, ko'u, ko'u. Okay? Hiki no. Now remember, if you have any questions and you're losing it at some point, you want to practice or whatever it is, give me a call, 946-0700. Okay? And of course, our ohana, the neighbor islands, 1-800-342-7949. Okay. Now that we've established that and we've cleared that ya up, let's take a look at lengthening that sentence again, yeah? Make makeo e ha'avi. Ha'avi, what was that word? We talked about that. To give. Make makeo e ha'avi ya'ana ke lani I ke ia makana. Hana ho. Make makeo e ha'avi. Ha'avi. Okay? Sometimes, if you dance hula, it's a snap to learn Hawaiian because then you see things instead of trying to translate it. Okay? So if you do it with me, I know you feel like you're a little bit strange, but I promise it's going to help. Okay? Make makeo e ha'avi. And which way are we going to ha'avi? Ha'avi aku. Yeah, we can get a little bit fancy. We can sound real Hawaiian. Okay? Make makeo e ha'avi aku. Ya'ana ke lani, or ya'ana ke lehua. I ke ia makana. Makana. Is that a word that's stumping you? Are you sitting there going, what is that, makana? Gift, present. Okay? Hanaho. Make makeo e ha'avi ya ana ke lehua I ke ia makana. Okay? What if it was a book instead of a makana? Then you just change makana to puke. Okay? It's a snap. Hanaho. Make makeo e ha'avi ya ana ke lehua I ke ia puke. Yeah? What if it wasn't ana ke lehua and it was Uncle Kimo? Make makeo e ha'avi aku, because we're a little bit fancy, e ha'avi aku ya ana kala Kimo I ke ia puke. Hikido? Let's take a look and see how we can change that around. Kalamai. Make makeo e ha'avi, and we put in aku, okay, because we want to get fancy. We want to sound as Hawaiian as we can. We don't want anybody saying, oh, you only first year can tell, okay? Aku, we want to put that directional in. Make makeo e ha'avi aku, ia ana ke lehua, and here's the new part. I ke ia makana, okay? Now we can change this. We can change anything we want in this sentence. We can change what they're going to give. Yeah, instead of ke ia makana, we can change it to my chair. I want to give ana ke lehua my chair. So how do we do that? We change ke ia makana to ko'u noho. Hiki no? See that? Make makeo he avi aku ia ana ke lehua I ko'u noho. Maybe she don't have noho at her house. Yeah, I don't know, the looks of her house, she had everything. Okay, make makeo e ha'avi aku ia ana ke lehua I ko'u noho. Okay? Hiki no. So you can see how you can change things. You can change the person who wants to do something. You can change what they want to do. You can change who you're going to do it to and what you're doing it with. Okay? See, so there's all these different things that you can change around. And that's up to you depending on what you want to say. Okay? What if you wanted to say, I want to drive the car, okay? Make makeo e kalaiva I ke ka'a. What did we change there? The verb. Kalaiva, like driver, get it? Kalaiva. Sometimes we wonder, where do these Hawaiian words come from? Come from what they sound like, yeah? I don't necessarily agree or like these words, but that's the words that we use, okay? Make makeo e kalaiva I ke ka'a. Make makeo e kalaiva I ko ka'a. If you have a Jaguar, yeah? Make makeo e kalaiva I ko ka'a. Make oi e kalaiva I ko'u ka'a. Make oi e kalaiva I ko'u ka'a. Hiki no. Okay, so you see, you can change things around. Think about how you would do it. Okay, she hands her the pu'olo, and Anakele, who is so happy to see it's I'a. And so Pu'olei says, Make oe e ai I kai'a e Anakele hua. Make oe e ai I kai'a e Anakele hua. I'a. We got that right? I'a. Everybody's going, and what you doing with your hands, Ikela? I'a is like fish, okay? It is fish. Hikino, remember we've had this word before. Make oe ai kai'a e Anakele hua. Let's take a look. Okay? Make oe e ai kai'a e Anakele hua. Hikino. Kalamai. Whoops. Make oe ai kai'a. What if she says, I like to eat fish? Are you thinking what's going to change in the question? Because remember, in Hawaiian, a statement is also a question, just depending on how you say it. It doesn't matter about the structure of the words or the sentence. All that matters is the way it sounds. So listen to this question. Make oe ai kai'a. Remember I told you, it peaks in the middle, drops at the end. That's a Hawaiian question. Make oe ai kai'a e Anakele hua. And she responds, Anakele hua responds, I like to eat i'a. What do we need to change? Have you gotten it? Mai kae. We're going to change oi to au. Hikino. I makeau e ai. Let's just cover this. I makeau e ai I kai'a. Hikino. That's how simple. Everything stays the same. Just change who's going to do it. Gosh, speaking Hawaiian is so easy. Okay, they're standing outside of Anakele Hua's door. And he's going, he's ringing his Hawaiian doorbell. Hui, Anakele Hua. And they're waiting and waiting. And then Anakele Hua never shows up. So Pu'olei turns around and says, Awe, I hear Anakele Hua. I here. I am here. Okay? Remember? Do you remember that? Sometimes I worry, if you remember what we did last week. Okay? I here o Anakele Hua. Remember that okina o Anakele Hua is just to mark who we're talking about when it's a name. Hikino? Okay, let's take a look at that and go through this. I here o Anakele Hua. Now remember I told you that this E, because I know that some of you are learning Hawaiian language and you're going, wait, but we had ma over there instead. E or ma, whichever one you're happy with. We have rules, and we talked about this last week, which one to use, E or ma. Some people use E, some people use ma. I like to use ma, but I didn't write this script. So the person who did liked the word E, so that's okay. I hear o Anakele Hua, and this O is because we're talking about this person, okay? This person didn't receive any action, so it doesn't get Ia, it gets an O, okay? It's the subject of the sentence. I hear o Anakele Hua, so that's the subject marker, that little O over there, okay? And Kulāiwi responds, Aya oe I loko kahale, Aya oya iloko kahale. We had iloko. Yeah, where's iloko? Upstairs, downstairs, ole, okay, inside. Aya oya iloko kahale. Okay? Remember, anytime you're going to talk about where something is at, it starts out with aya. Hikino? Okay. And so he calls and he goes, Hui, Anakele Hua. Aya oi iloko kahale. Aya oi iloko kahale. Can you say that with me? Aya oi iloko kahale. Okay. This is a question, so you have to say it like a question. Aya oi iloko kahale. What if she wants to say, I'm here in the house, inside the house, and she never opens the door, she just stands behind the door and goes, yeah, here, I'm inside the house. Okay, what would she say? Do you remember what I said if it was, here I am? Okay, eia. Eiau iloko o ka hale. Hikino? Okay? The only part that changed was eiau. Why? Because Aya is here. Yeah, you cannot say there I am. That's kind of weird, yeah. You ever thought about that? You cannot say there I am because you over here. If you over here, never mind. That's probably too confusing to think about. Okay, Ayo, here I am inside of the house. Okay, Ayo iloko kahale. Hikino. Okay, so that's how we would say it. Okay, I don't know. I'm getting this sign telling me to sing. What do you want me to sing? Okay, we're not singing. Sorry. Okay. This is a little new, well, kind of new pattern. We can try this one, okay? Nui kahana. And what do you think it means? I'll give you some time to think about this. We know that hana is work and or activity or to do, okay? Nui kahana, plenty work, maka lumi kuke, in the lumi kuke, okay? Lumi kuke is a Holly word, okay? Lumi coming from the word rumi, and kuke coming from the word cook. So the cook room, okay? And what is that? You know, if we all walked around saying the cook room, we would probably be more clear about where we're at. The kitchen, okay? So nui kahana makalumi kuke. And I'm not going to translate that. I would like one of you to call me and tell me what is nui kahana makalumi kuke. Quick, get on your phone, call me up, tell me what that is, okay? Because I want to know that you know, okay? All right. She says, come inside the house. Can you tell me what that is? I don't want to tell you. I want you to tell me, okay? Come inside the house. Remember I told you there's two words for come. One that says come inside, one that says enter, and one that says just come this way. What does she want to say? Okay, are you thinking? Okay, is that ehele mai? And you should all be sitting there going, ah ole. Then what is it? Heaha. E como mai? Polole mai kai. E como mai? Olua. Right? Because there's two of them outside. E como mai olua iloko kahale. Iloko o kahale. Hikino? Hanaho. E como mai olua iloko o kahale. Take a look at that one. Okay? E como mai olua. Okay? We could keep it or we could leave it off, but we're going to put it in. E como mai olua iloko kahale. Hikino? We could leave it out because it's under, oh, hello. You'll see they're going, and where is the word? Yeah, how's that? Okay, no problem. Okay. E como mai olua iloko kahale. Actually, we don't need the olua, and that's probably why it was off the screen like that. Okay, but if you want to be more complete, you can put olua in, but actually it's understood who she's talking to. So you could get away with just saying, e como mai iloko kahale. But if you want to be more complete and address the e como mai olua iloko kahale. Hikino? Okay. Let's go back to our aya sentences. I'm going to give you this one, and I'm not going to translate for you except for this word and this word, okay? Pu'olo, a bundle, a package, okay, or something. Pakoko, table, okay? So, are you thinking what could that be? There's only one word you don't know, but you do know the pattern that it's saying where something is, okay? So, let's play Jeopardy. What would the question be for this sentence? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, you wanted me to mele? There was your mele for the day. Okay, the question would have been, Aya mahea kapu'olo. Aya mahea kapu'olo. Aya kapu'olo maluna o kapakau. Aya mahea kapu'olo. Aya kapu'olo maluna o kapakau. So does this say that the pu'olo is under the table? Does it say it's on top of the table? It says it's on top of the table. Aya kapu'olo maluna o kapakau. Aole malalo o kapakau. Hikino, maluna, malalo, maloko, mawaho. All of these words that we've had before. Hikino. Okay, let's take a look at another one. He says, Kunani, I think, says to Anakelehua, I am a here kapopoki. I am a here kapopoki. Yeah, popoki. I don't have to translate popoki for you, huh? Okay. I am a here kapopoki. And she tells him, oh, I am kapopoki. Malalo okapa ko. Now we know that the pu'olo is maluna okapa ko. And now the popoki is malalo okapa ko. Okay? So let's try. Aya kapopoki. Malalo okapa ko. Hanaho. Aya kapopoki. Malalo okapa ko. You know? Look for something that's underneath something and try it out. Try just look around your hale and say that something is either under the TV. And remember, you don't need to know the Hawaiian words for all of this. Just keep it in the pattern. Okay? You know, something like ayaka straw, maloko oka cup. If you cannot think of the Hawaiian word, don't stop and go, I don't know. Okay? Just try it. Use the pattern. Okay? Take a look at how you could say this. You know? Ayaka pepa, malalo oka puke. Okay? Have to start practicing how to use this pattern. Take a look at around your house. Say where things are. Okay? Okay, let's take a look at Aya kapopoki malalo pakoko. Aya kapopoki malalo pakoko, just like I told you. Okay? Now Puale asks, Aya mahea or Aya ihea kalumi ho'opau pilikia. Okay? Da-da-da-da. Okay, lumi ho'opau pilikia. It seems like a long word, but take a look at its pieces. We've had this before. In fact, in one of our real early shows, someone asked, how do you say bathroom? Okay, lumi ho'opau, a place where you end all your pilikia. Okay, aya kalumi ho'opau pilikia. Ma'o. We've had ma'o before when we watched the girls go through the garden. Okay, and we heard them say, "Aya kapua melia ma'o." Ma'o. Do you remember that? Over there. Okay, aya kapua melia ma'o. Hikido. So this is aya kalumi ho'opau pilikia ma'o. And what was the question for this? Jeopardize this again. Okay, what's the question for aya kalumi ho'opau pilikia ma'o? Are you thinking? Ke no'o ne o go? Ai, no'o. And you go, no'o what? No'o to think, okay? No'o o ko? Ai, okay. How many of you said it was aya ihea kalumi ho'opau pilikia? Mai kae, okay? Polole. Ai ihea kalumi ho'opau pilikia. Mai kae. Okay, let's look at a new pattern. We've had it before, but I think we may have forgotten, okay? How do you say, what is this, okay? Because she picks up all these things out of the hina'i, out of the basket, and she says, hea keia, hea keia. Yeah, and she says it over and over again. Picks up something and goes, hea keia. Picks up the chips, hea keia. Okay, sometimes we think Auntie Lehua is a little bit pupule because she says the same thing over and over again. But that's her kuleana. She's the one who teaches us all these little things, okay? Kalamai. So she says, what is this? Can you tell me? Heaha keia. Now just hearing that question, heaha keia, you should be able to answer it. Remember, I told you when we have questions like, owai koinoa. The way dropped out and the answer went in, right? Owai koino o e keala ko uinoa, right? Same thing like this pattern. Heaha keia. And you could say, heia keia. Okay? This is a fish. Hikido? Let's take a look. Heaha keia. Heaha keia. This part is the question word. And that's the part that will drop out and the response can go in. Now, if you're sitting in enough, close enough so that when somebody says, heaha keia, you can answer with keia, that works, okay? Let's take a look at this. Heaha keia. Heia keia. Okay? Hanaho. Heaha keia. Heia keia. You see how the answer goes right into the word, into the question word space? Aha is the question. Ia. Heaha keia. Heia keia. Hikino? Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Heia onoloa keia. Now we're describing the kind of ia. Okay? Heia onoloa keia. Okay? So you remember now that when you're describing something, it goes in the back. Okay? It doesn't go up in the front. Remember, this is Hawaiian. So nobody should be out there going, why? Because that's the way it is. Okay? Heia onoloa keia. Hikino? Now, if you're far away, well, not far away, but you can't say keia when you answer, you use kena. Why? Because this is he poi keia kalamai. He poi keia. I he poi kena. Now what's happened? Let's talk a little bit about this. Is this poi? Yeah? He poi keia. And the response is, yes, that is poi. Okay? Kena. That. Okay? This and that. So this shouldn't be confusing anyone and thinking that, oh, this is here and this is there. No, this is this, keia, and kena is that. But I know some of you may be saying, well, what happened to the kela one? Because I know kela is also that. Remember kela? Okay. Well, let me explain the difference between kena and kela. Point to something and say that. Just point to something and say that, okay? Now look where you're pointing. If that is near to the person that you're talking to, then it's kena. But if that you're pointing to is away from both of you, then it's kela. Okay? Now that's really simple. If you just think about it, if somebody asks you, he poi keia, okay, he poi keia, then the response will have to be kena, right? Because if somebody is able to say keia, like say I say this, he penny keia. If I ask you, he penny keia, like I was some kind of lolo, he penny keia, and you want to tell me, I, he penny kena, okay? Why are you going to use kena? Because that you're talking about is near the person you're talking to, who's me, okay? So we try that again. He penny keia, and your response should be, I, he penny kena. But if we're talking about something that's out over there, okay, and I tell you, he penny kela, he penny kela, then you would have to say, I, he penny kela, because it's not near me anymore. That over there is kela, okay? You use kena only when you're referring to that which is near the person who's listening, okay? Are you connecting with me? Okay. No one's called to tell me they knew what nui kahana meant. I'm still waiting, okay? Hopefully it's not busy when you're sitting there going, I am calling and nobody's answering the phone. Try again, okay? Just keep trying. Nui kahana. That's the question for today. What is that? 946-0700, okay? Or 1-800-342-7949. And remember now, if you already know, because you've been taking Hawaiian language classes, no fear, okay? Let somebody who is learning, who can go, okay, I can try, but not too hila to call up, okay? Nui kahana. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so did you get the idea about keia, kena, and kela? Half of you are going, I got it. You can stop repeating yourself, Ikela. Okay, the other people are going, can you say that one more time? Okay, so I'm going to say it one more time. Keia is this, okay? Just for the sake of translating, although I don't like to do it, that's what it is. Keia is this, okay? Not this pen or this book, but this, okay? He puke keia, he penny keia, he lole keia, he pua keia, okay? Keia. So if I was to ask you, Heaha keia, your response to me would be, He penny kena. Because you're pointing at me. Use your hand, point at this, and say, He penny kena. Maikai. And why do you use kena? Because you're pointing at something that's close to me. Kena. Hikino? Hallelujah. We have a phone call today. I hope this person can tell us what is nui kahana. Okay. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Pea oi.
Maika ino.
Maikai. Oi ko inoa.
O hau nani ko inoa.
Ko'u.
Ko'u inoa.
Maikai. Aloha haunani no hea mai oi.
No mea. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I'll feel it. Whoa, I don't like turning you off. Okay. Where are you from, the Haunani?
Ever Beach.
Ever Beach, all right, Ever Beach. Okay, well, how can I kokua you today?
Okay, that nui kahana.
Yeah.
That entire sentence is there's like plenty work in the kitchen.
Yeah! Haunani gets to watch Kulāiwi for one more Saturday.
I thought you were describing Thanksgiving already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When Po'aha comes, when Thursday comes, nui kahana makalumi kuke. Polo
And
lei
I just
oi.
wanted to say keep up the good work.
And mahalo. Mahalo nui Haunani. Ahuyo.
Bye.
Aye. Okay, Haunani wins the trip to Kulāiwi next Saturday. Okay, I don't know if you'd like to come though. All right, that was my ka'i. So, would somebody like to call and explain back to me what I just explained about keia, kena, and kela? And then you can join Haunani. We can all have lunch one day, okay? And just discuss nui kahana and kena, keia, and kela. Okay. I'm serious. If anybody would like to call and make sure that they got this keia, kena, kela thing down, give me a call, okay? 946-0700 or 1-800-342-7949, okay? You know, I know some people say, oh, we don't want to call because we don't want to interrupt you. I don't mind being interrupted because I can always get back, okay? So call, okay? You can call. All right, last one. Last, she says, mahalo no keia makana, okay? Mahalo, and so much pilikia today, we're keeping my thing straight. Mahalo no keia makana, okay? We all know what mahalo is. I think we got everything else, but the no is for, okay? Mahalo no keia makana. You could change keia to ka, yeah? Mahalo no ka makana. But only way she could change this to kena is if Puale was holding it and she was talking to Puale and she said, mahalo no kena makana, okay? That probably would be the only way. All right. We have a phone call. Aloha.
I should have turned it down. Press the wrong button.
Aloha. Aloha. I know you there. I hear you breathing. Okay. Aloha. Hui.
Aya.
Aya. Aloha. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Ay, aloha.
What's up?
Oh, I
It's Uncle Bula here.
Huh?
It's Uncle Bula here.
Eh, aloha, bea oi.
Hey, my car is so shaka.
Mai ka'i.
But I'm really proud of you because I'm still learning online and it's the only kind of education I can afford is watch this kind of TV.
And is just for people like us.
All right.
Aye.
I got a big question, but
Okay,
you
Hikino.
get boyfriend?
I get boyfriend, I get husband.
Oh, sorry, you have to ask her. I
Hikino.
can see you, you know, can see me, you know. I
Oh,
can
that's
see
what-
you, but you know, can see
That's
me.
what you think. Technology is good over here.
All right, all right.
Aye, so what? Olelo Hawaii oi?
Small guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell me something. I want to hear you tell me something.
Aoya?
Aoya. Oh my ka'i. You do that with uli uli or you just say aoya all the time?
Aoya all the time?
Okay, and tell me how.
What does Aoya mean?
What is aoya?
Right on, bro.
Yeah,
That's not-
we in fact we had aoya on last week's show.
Polole, what polole mean?
Correct.
Correct.
Aye.
I thought it was straight.
Oh, I mean straight too. Mean
What
straight
do you mean,
too.
straight or the kite? Correct.
Yeah. And what you call? But when I say it to all of you, I'm not saying straight. I'm saying correct.
Oh, my kite.
Hikido.
Right on, man. I'm really
Okay.
proud of you because, you know, this guy's online. We don't get no fun to go to school, right? We got to work all day. By the time we come home, we don't can go to Because every time I go, oh, it's time, but the time I came over, and I don't like you always cool, you know that kind of
And so you happy to sit there and watch this show?
Oh, yes, every
My
Saturday.
okay.
But I'm learning slowly, huh?
Right on, right on.
I appreciate it, and
I'll
keep up the
appreciate.
good work, because also wine, they more wine like you.
Mahalo. Well,
Huh?
you Keo Nui, yeah?
Karanui.
Yeah. That's your
Karanui.
ohana.
No, no, oi.
Okay, you better check with your mom because you Keo Nui, I'm Keo Nui, so we ohana.
Oh, that's right. I remember. My mama said that. And yeah.
Okay.
So we related.
Yeah?
We related.
We related.
Oh, my God.
But you never know.
Okay.
Okay,
hey,
malama
I'll
pono.
put you on my show.
Okay.
Okay.
Shoot.
I'll
Wait.
get in touch with you.
Huh?
I'll get...
Come help me her schools.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Malama pono. Ahui ho. Aloha. Well, mahalo bula ia. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about our oh, you would throw me off now. I don't know where I am. Okay, can we go to our vignette and review that with all that we've learned, and hopefully you can sit there and understand what's going on. Listen carefully, okay, to what we're going to see. Okay, hopefully it's more clear. You'll hear when Kunane asks for vaihu'i hu'i. You know, there's a lot of things that I don't explain in the vignette because at this point, being number 11, umikumakahi, we should know a lot of what's being said already. So we're just picking out here and there for you. And so if you don't understand certain parts, then you give me a call, okay? Ahui ho aku, right after this vignette. Aloha.
Makemake wau i iki a ana ke lehua.
Ai, makemake wau e ha'awi a ana ke lehua i ka makana.
Ai, hiki no.
Mahalo.
Hui, e ana ke lehua. Hui, e ana ke lehua.
Au e ai hea o ana ke lehua.
Aia oia i loko ka hale. Hui, e ana ke lehua. Aia oia i loko ka hale.
Hui, aloha mai, Kunane. Aloha mai, Pualei. Oh, how ole iki o lua iki ia la.
Hea oi ke ia la.
Mai ka ino wao mahalo a ka nui ka hana makalumi kuke. E koma mai loko ka hale.
Ai, mahalo e ana ke.
Pea ka ohana e Kunane.
Mai ka ino.
Oh, e Pualei ai ihe o ke alohi.
Ai oia maka hale o tutu.
Oh, mai ka i.
E ana ke ai hea o moke.
O ka ukeki,
Ai.
ai oia ma ke kula.
E, ai hea ka puolu.
Ai ia manuna o ka whakakau.
Oh, hea ke ia.
E makana ke ia mai ka mokupuni o Maui.
Oh, a hea ke ia.
He ia ka nā, makemake oi ka ia.
Oh, ai, makemake loa wau e ai ka ia. He ia ono ke ia. Mahalo. Hea ke ia.
He poi awa ke nā.
Ai, he poi awa no. Mahalo nui loa, makemake wau e ai ka poi me ka ia. Hea ke ia.
He kipi ki nā.
Oh, he kipi. Oh, mahalo no ke ia makana. Hau oli wau i kia manawa. No ka mea ua makemake wau e ike ia o lua. Mahalo nui. Pea e Kunane, makemake oi ka mea inu.
Ai, makemake wau i ka waihuihu i ke olu oe.
Ai hiki no pea oi e Pualei makemake oi ka mea inu.
A ole mai ka ia o a ka. Aia ka numi ho o pau pilikia.
Oh, ai ka lumi ho pau pilikia ma o.
E ana ke, ai hea ka popoki.
Oh, ai ka pōpoki malalo ka pākaukau.
Oh. Ai, mahalo.
E ana ke lehua he hale nani loa ke ia.
Ai, he hale olu ke ia.
Mahalo e na keiki, he manawa mai ka ike ia no ka mea ua hau oli wau e ike ia o lua.
Okay, was that better? Did you pick up on the heha ke ia when she picks up the poi and he says, ah, he poi ava ke nā. Ava, sour, okay? My thing is kind of weird to take sour poi to somebody, but if you know they like sour poi, you know, then you take them sour poi. you know. So they decide Auntie Lehua likes Sao Poi. She does it. She says, "Ai, ono kapoi ava me kai'a." Ai? Okay, we're going to take some time for you to think, and it's going to be really short. But if you just look at the situation and then practice later on, we're going to do that for maybe about half a minute, and then I'll take that phone call that's waiting, okay? Because I know this person has the answer to the keia kena kila question. Okay, so I'll see you in about half a minute, okay? Hui hou. Yeah, my little situation was really for my big brother. You know, he likes to go swap meet, and he just has so much aloha for us that, you know, when he finds something maybe like a Hawaiian dictionary, or for my husband's car, he found a stereo, you know, he always brings it home and gives it to one of us. And, you know, it's not so much the giving part, that's the aloha, you know, and that's what today's value is, it's aloha. It's just taking the time to share good feelings and good mana'o, and just being, you know, aloha, just sharing your goodness and your kindness and your aloha. Oh, what more can I say? And you know, sometimes I think that word is really abused, that we use aloha spirit, this, aloha that. But if we really, really deep down inside understand what aloha is, it's beyond hi, goodbye, I miss you, hello, you know. It's like when you see, like, I know, like when I see my babies, or I see my oldest daughter after school, not having seen them all day, and all of a sudden you see them, it's like, that's aloha. That's that feeling of, oh, I miss you, you know, I'm so happy to see you. It's all of that combined, and, you know, that feeling of, not you just want to squeeze them, but it's just that good feeling just coming up inside of you. And I hope that's what you feel when you see others, when you feel, you know, when you walk around and you look, when you hear Hawaiian language. Okay, so I'm going to take this phone call really fast, and then I'll come back. Okay, aloha.
Aloha.
Hi, aloha o aiko inoa.
O Sarah ko inoa.
Aloha, Sarah. No hea mai oe.
No wainai mai au.
Wai anai, aloha. And how can you help me?
I know the answers to keia.
Okay, go ahead. What is keia?
Keia means this.
And kena?
Kena means this, near you.
Oh, sweetheart, it means that.
Well, that
Near you. Okay, and kela?
Kela means that, a little far away from you.
A little far away from both of us. Right?
Aye.
My ka'i, Sarah, you answered the question. Thank you for waiting for
I wanted to
all
say
that time.
mahalo because I was in the last vignette.
Oh, right on, my ka'i. Wait till you see next week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And you'll see yourself. Mahalo for coming that day.
Mahalo.
Ahui ho, Sarah.
Ahui ho.
Oh, mahalo. Mahalo to all of you who came out for that vignette. It's time for me to go. Sa pono wau e olelo, a hui ho aku, a malama pono. Mahalo no ko oko nana ana mai ke ia polo kalamu, na kia koe ho'opo mai ka ia oko apau. E ola mau ka olelo Hawaii. Hui ho ti kuanoni me ka le aloha. Aloha.